How are we doing, people? 3-1 in the most difficult game of the season, and we've got through it. Guys, Isaac, salute to you for the super chat. Send us to the Prem now. It's over. It's over, baby. And you know what? That's very risky as a Leeds fan to say. There's a lot of football to go. But this team tonight showed me resiliency. They showed me that even with a real weak spot in the team, they will galvanize, get together, and the quality will shine through. That is an absolute statement win this evening. Let me tell you. And let me tell you, the other half in the house is not very happy right now. But she's got to hold that and firm it, because we're going to the Premier League, baby. You know what I mean? Let's go. Let's go. How are we going to... You know what? We're going to have to break this down, talk about the game. There's going to be some bad, but this is a delightful, delightful night. I don't care. I don't care what anyone says. Let's go here. Parrot House, salute to you as always for the super sticker. Thank you so much. And Hyru also echoing Isaac, or maybe Isaac's echoing Hyru. We're winning the league. It's over. It's over. Vince Carter style. It's over. There is one person that can keep the other promotion rivals in the race, and that's our goalkeeper. And we will have to speak about it, but I need to tell you the jubilation I'm feeling right now, people. It's there. I can smell it in the air. It's there. I can smell it. Y'all smell it? Because I can smell it. Absolutely brilliant, man. Listen, people, you know the housekeeping. Like the video, subscribe. Blah, 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 blah. Right. Philip here, Leeds are going up. It feels like it, man. It feels like it. Ryan, I was going to mention that, and we'll speak about the individuals, of course, in the stream. Roden was absolutely he was a brick wall back there. Absolutely brilliant, man. Absolutely brilliant by Joe. You just see another consistent performance. William in the house with the super chat. Hamface and the happy makes me happy. Listen, man, if there's one person that was more gutted than the lady in this house, it's Chris Wilder. He does not like Leeds United at all, and you can tell that one hurt today, and it's gonna hurt them. It's gonna hurt. Someone just said, and it's gone up, I'm afraid, but someone just said we are anti-Leedsy. If there was anything Leedsy tonight, it was the first 20, it was the first half. Let's be real. We was absolutely awful. We didn't look anything like ourselves. We'll talk about that in a bit. We'll talk about that in a bit. Guys, I want to revel in the victory a bit more. In fact, let me change this poll a second. Let me just change this poll up in here. Let's have a look here. End poll. A lot of you have liked the video. Continue to do that. Let me change the poll. Are we going up? Yes, no, yes as champs. Let me put that one in there. Get busy in the poll. You know what? More polls than a strip club. Let's go. But this result today is absolutely fantastic, man. And yeah, Nanto made a big difference. Nanto made a big difference, man. Jalen saying, KG, the Farker shots during the broadcast had me dying. I swear, you know what I was thinking? And I think someone said it here too, and I'm so sorry I didn't get it, but I thought the same as well. He looked like Sting from WCW, just up in the rafters, just looking at everything, just observing. But guys, there was so much, so many things that were different today, and of course, keep getting your comments in, super chats, all that good stuff. There were so many things that were different tonight in a good and bad way that I honestly don't know where to start. I don't. Shall we go with the lineup? Shall we start there? I didn't say sorry. I just said I hope you finish second, and apparently that wasn't good enough. I'm still the bad guy. You know what I mean? It's one of those. I can't say anything right now, but it's okay. I'll firm that. She'll cool down. She'll cool down. You know, one of them. Isaac in the house. Almost monk time. Hey, when the promotions confirm, Isaac, the super malts will be out. That is for sure. Okay, that is for sure. Ryan here saying, I want an investigation into Ampadu, the way he ran down to celebrate Tanaka's goal. Yeah, I mean, I was going to mention that, and we'll just touch on it briefly here because we will get a better diagnosis of it. But yeah, you're right. Ampadu missed tonight's game due to a knee injury. We don't know how serious it is, but like you've just said, he was running down. But of course, that's a short sprint. We don't know what the long-term thing is, but hopefully it's nothing serious. But in central midfield, we are more than covered. And I do want to go into that right now. I do want to go into that because even with Ampadu missing today, it wasn't it wasn't Joe Rothwell who, had a brilliant cameo in the last game that come in. It was Gruev. It wasn't even Rothwell that came in for this game. And that's where I wanted just to say and just put some perspective on it. Listen, I'm trying to calm down here, people. So come with me. Just come down with me for a second. Because when people are talking about Joe Rothwell should be signed for the Premier League, which I just don't agree with. I think the best thing for Joe Rothwell, if he wants to stay down south, he's a good championship player. There's no doubt about that. But maybe he goes Southampton when they come back down. But even in a game like this, in the important games, he keeps using Gruev. It's not Joe Rothwell, and we know what Joe Rothwell hasn't been all that good away from home. He's not even next up when our captain's out. So I think it just shows you that the importance Joe Rothwell doesn't have overall, and Gruev is back in for a game where he sees there's more midfield threats. I think we could have got away with Rothwell in midfield for today because with Sheffield United, yes, Gus Harmer was on the bench. He obviously was not to know that, but he had Vinny Souza, he had Josh Peck, or not Josh Peck, whatever his name is, the Peck guy. He had those two in central midfield and Callum O'Hare, who I said before, and some Sheffield United fans said he's been good. I've been watching him, and if you feel that's good, maybe that's your standard. He's been cold, Callum O'Hare, not in a good way. He started the season really well, but he's been he's been shocking for me. And I think you could have got away with Rothwell in there because it was just too defensive. And Gruev literally the best thing he did all game was save Illan Meslier. And of course, we're gonna speak about that in a moment. But I think we could have got away with Rothwell and Tanaka in there today. I really do. Jayden Bogle. Listen, people, you would have thought that Messi had left Sheffield United the way that they were reacting to Jayden Bogle. I mean, wow. Just wow. I mean, woo. I mean, it was a frosty reception for Jayden Bogle all night. I don't know if it had any bearing on his first half because I thought a lot of our players were off it in the first half, in all honesty. But in the second half, Jayden came alive and he was very important to the goals that we scored and just a constant threat down the right-hand side along with Dan James. So I think maybe the reception shocked Jayden for a little bit, but he got involved in the end, didn't he, man? The best thing you do, yeah. Max H saying 55-minute sub. Farker has stepped it up the second half of the season. The final boss is here. Hey, Max, if you can untangle what that promo was all about, I want your soul. I guess we're gonna have to wait for Elimination Chamber to see it play out, but that was one hell of a cute, confusing segment. But yeah, listen, we're talking about things we don't see. Farker making 55, 56-minute subs, unheard of. That's how different this game was. And more to that, just the lack of control we had. Yeah, I mean, I think we was having a kip in the first half. We was not ourselves in the first half. And even in the first half of the second half, the gaps we were leaving were so unlike us. It was insane. I couldn't believe what I was watching at times. And to be fair to Sheffield United, if you're talking about, say, the first 60 minutes of the game, they deserve to win that. I was willing us to score an equalizer against Serena play. I was like, look, we don't deserve an equalizer, but go and get one because that's what you need to do at this level. That's what you need to do in order to get promoted. When you're not playing well, you go against Serena play, go and get a goal. And I thought Sheffield United were more than good for their lead. I wish their goal would come under normal circumstances, but when you've got Meslier in goal, normal isn't the norm. But I thought Sheffield United were good, but we absolutely poured it on in the last 20 minutes. The last 20 minutes, it was all Leeds United. And once there was an equalizer, much like the Sunderland game, there was only going to be one winner. Only going to be one winner. And we was dangerous. Dangerous. Michael saying, yeah, that was us on our off day. Absolutely off it. There was no patterns. There was no cohesiveness in the play in the first half. It was more, for me, it was more get to half time and reset because we were going nowhere in the first half. And every time they came forward, especially in that first 20, with Meslier looking the way he did, I thought they were going to score. I thought they were going to score each and every time. Let me just say this because we're gonna have to get it out of the way. Well, let me get the super chats in. Super chats always take precedent, of course. And thank you for the support, people. Robotic Maniac for the super sticker. Big up to you. Slim in the house. Statement win. 1 foot in the door. Back in the big time. Let's go, KG. Never say die attitude with his team. Absolutely. Big up to you, Slim, as well. All facts there. Mr. P, what's going on, Mr. P? I had a feeling in my waters that we wouldn't lose tonight, but I didn't see a 3-1 win. What a night, what a win. A Firpo goal, a Tanaka goal, and after the mistake, Meslier keeping us in the game. See, this is it, Mr. P. Thank you for the donation, but yeah, he kept us in the game, but it was his fault why we was even behind. It's one of those again where he's done something in the second half in terms of cutting out an opportunity and just about saving it on the penalty line. But that doesn't absolve him of the first thing for me. I said already, and I'm not going to go into this into too much detail because I said it the last time he made these mistakes against Hull. We're going to see it again. It's going to happen. But the thing is with Meslier, he's from the last breed of players that we had where they were confidence players. They weren't very good, but they were confidence players. And if their confidence dips at any point, we're in trouble. And you saw him after he flapped on the first cross. It was like, okay, settle down, Elan, settle. The next thing he does is palm it off someone's head back into the goal where Gruev has to save it off the line. It's insane. People say, but he was under pressure. Be stronger. Be strong, but he can't because he's weak. He's a weak goalkeeper. And then their goal. We should be, people should be talking about the miss from Tyrese Campbell missing the header from how close he was. But that won't get spoken about because he just palms it in, people. Like it wasn't going in, it was going out this way. And he somehow, with his body shape, he makes a good initial first save. That was a good save. Tyrese Campbell misses the header. It comes back across the goal, not towards the goal in terms of that. It goes away from the goal line and he palms it back in. Dr. Meslier helping out the opponents yet again. Like, the thing is, it's going to happen. One thing I will say in terms of goalkeepers in football in general, it's the one sport where the goalkeepers don't get subbed, and I don't understand why. After that first 20-something minutes, you've got to sub the goalkeeper. He was a shocking, and you could see Sheffield United kept pouring it on him over and over again because they knew he was the weak link. Everyone knows it. Even my partner saying here, the best signing, and she said it before, but Sunderland fans have said it, the best signing any of them have made was Leeds United keeping Meslier, and it's true. If there's one person that's going to keep anyone in the race, it's going to be that guy. And thankfully his teammates have bailed him out tonight, as they have to keep doing, and it hasn't hurt us too much. It hasn't hurt us too much, but he almost threw it away. He almost threw it away, man. Okay, I will get the league table up. I will get it. I will get it. I will get it up. But yeah, you'll always get it's so weird. And Meslier has these weird defenders of his. There's no defending that. It shouldn't even be a talking point. There were so many things, basic things Michael Cooper did in the opposite goal today, where if Meslier does it, our social media team will put it in highlights and say, what a collect by Meslier, what a catch by Meslier, when it's just basic goalkeeping. But he makes basic stuff look very hard. But you know what? I don't want to speak about him anymore. I'm not going to let him ruin the moment. The team pulled through, and the team have got us out of jail tonight. 3-1 winners. Let's go. Let me see here. A couple more super chats here. ACB Trades with the super chat there. Thank you for that. Arinda in the house. What's going on, Arinda? Here's to a huge result. Don't always catch you live, bro, but I watch and like every video. Thanks for the great content. Salute to you, Arinda. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, Jarvis saying if we had their keeper, we'd be smashing even more. Yeah. Aronson tonight as well. Just got to say he was an absolute ghost tonight. And again, for the people that think whenever you criticize people, you don't like them, I like Brendan Aronson, and I've defended him more often than not. But tonight he was a ghost. He was like he wasn't even on the pitch today. Very, very invisible until he got subbed off when he started to get frustrated, started to throw his body around a bit and foul before he went off. But yeah, not a good showing from Aronson tonight. But our defenders today, Furpo, absolutely came through today. Came through a few times today. So dangerous down the left. Brilliant stuff from Junior tonight. Absolutely impressed with him going forward in that capacity. He was a big difference. Solomon, when he was on, he was the only one that was trying to make things happen or attempting to make things happen in the first half when we was all poor. The one thing he could have done, though, in the first half is when they had a defensive lap is put it across to Joel Peru instead of shooting. That was the one thing I thought, Mano, you got to square that. But he was a constant threat. And then when Mano comes off, Nanto comes on and he makes a difference. So we didn't lose anything and we can move on to the next game pretty much with a full squad by Ampadu. But we'll wait and see what time that, how long he's going to be. Ryan here saying Peru joint top scorer. Now he's getting that boot or that goal from Peru. You see that as well. with Peru. Let me. I don't even know where to go, people. Let me go back on this tab here. Let me go back onto this. Yeah. So we got Melier own goal, Junior Firpo. By the way, we hardly ever score those kind of goals that Firpo scored. It was just like a basic crossover by Dan James, who again did his part. Uh, look, his. I don't know what anyone else thinks, but I think that that could have been given as a penalty. But I know that if it was given against us, I'd have been gutted. So I understand why the Sheffield United players were shouting in his face. But I applaud the attempt. There was contact, but I guess not enough for the referee to book him for diving, and not enough to give the penalty. So got it. But I thought that Dan James cross the Firpo was very basic, but it's very rare that we get it's very rare that we score those kind of goals. So brilliant stuff from Junior Firpo. And the how Tanaka one, I got to be honest, man, I don't remember too much of it. I remember him heading it in and the Sheffield United player, attempting to head it off the line. But I was in absolute euphoria when it went in. So I don't remember Tanaka's goal too much. Honestly, I don't know. So I'm just going to skip past it. I can't pretend like I remember. But I do remember Joel Prue sealing the deal, because I thought 2-1, there's still a bit of time for the Sheffield United to come back. It would be nice to get 3-1, but I'd take 2-1 and get out of here. But Joel Peru with that lovely cultured finish pass. I mean, he just hit that thing, smacked it like Akon. And Joel Peru, that shot was unstoppable. 3-1, game over. Game over, man. What are we saying here? I cried. I cried today, tears of joy. Oh, Lewis, yeah. Nanto shot. I mean, I thought that was it. I thought that was going to be the one. Of course, that's what happened. Yeah. I thought that was going to be the one that was going to put us 2-1 up. Nanto shot. That was an excellent shot, but what a save. Got to say, give Michael Cooper all the credit. That is a top save, because that was all the way going in. Brilliant save from the goalkeeper, but it did lead to the eventual, I think, corner that allowed Tanaka to score. But yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, Pascal headed across to Tanaka. Absolutely. Yeah. Mr. P saying here, just realized Firpo goal and assist day. He was brilliant today. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant going forward. He was a threat all evening. Not all evening, in the second half. We can really, I'll be honest with you, we can only really count our performance from like the last 30 minutes. Okay, because before that we was all over the place. We was either not playing in the patterns that we usually play, we weren't being as defensively solid that we usually were, and there was large gaps in our team. And it wasn't until like the last 30 when we really came into our own. Let me get some things up on the screen. Let me just get something up, because the table looks. Let me get this up, man. Let's keep these vibes going, man. Oh my Lord, how beautiful does that look? Take it in, people. Take it in. 34 games played, 75 points, 7 away from Burnley in third, 5 away from Sheffield United. All, last 5 wins, all in green. I've been big on that. You need those kind of runs in order to get promoted with ease. And we've got it. We've got it, people. Huh? Noah Lewis says 12 more games. 12 more games, 46 games for the championship. It's a long all season, but even with some of the games that we've got left, let me get this up, man. Let me get this up. Click on our name, matches. Right. Because we've got quite a decent spread or games in between. We got West Brom at home next this Saturday. Okay, we'll preview that later in the week. But again, I expect a home win for that one. And over a week later, so yet we've got more time to prepare for the next game. We've got Portsmouth away. And then we've got, the quick turnaround there is for Millwall and then QPR. So these games are very, very winnable for me. Does anyone look at these 4 games and think, ooh, maybe Portsmouth away if you want, because of the early start? And overall, we haven't done too hot with early starts, and especially, being away from home. But there's not a lot of trouble I see here. We have people, I need you to understand, we have passed our 2 biggest tests here. This is it. 2-1 at home against Sunderland last week, in the manner we won it, and tonight, emphatic 3-1 in the end. 3-1 win at Sheffield United. We've passed our 2 biggest tests. The only thing that can hurt us now is complacency. And you know what? With the way that this team has battled, especially since this calendar year, in regards, I don't see it happening. I don't. I know people. I know the Leedsy thing is a real thing. I know that. I just don't see it happening, people. I think it's almost there. Almost. Okay. But I think we're in good shape. Imagine we didn't get promoted from this spot now. It would have to be a calamitous, drop or fall from grace. It would. Um, Max H saying 100 plus points, KG. What you saying? Yeah, I know people like talking about that. I've got to be honest, I'm not too bothered about all that stuff. If we get over 100 points, cool. I just want us promoted. Like that, it's as simple as that for me. And I would have taken first or second, but I think in the position we're in now, I think anything lower than first would be like why have we dropped off from this position? But yeah, I mean, it's possible we could get over 100 points. Of course it is, yeah. But I just want us out of this division. Absolutely, yeah. We need to be gone. We need to. Scott here saying people complain about Rodon's fee. I don't know if anyone complained about it. I didn't see anyone complain anyway, Scott. 10 million is not too much. I mean, with Tottenham wanting, they would have wanted to recoup a lot of the 11 million. I didn't see anyone complain about the fee too much. I got to say, yeah, AJ, exactly. Promotion, please get out of this league. Absolutely. Keith here saying first time this season that Farke gave me confidence with his subs. Yeah, I mean, you know what? And it was so surprising. Again, give Farke his credit as well. Usually he leaves Brendan on just to see if he'll give us a moment, because Brendan is capable of giving you a moment at any point. He can be quiet. He can lose the ball a few times, but in the 70 plus minute, he might come up with an assist or goal. But he made the decision to take him off early. And to be fair, it could have been Gruev coming off at that time. I thought it was going to be Rothwell for Gruev, and it was basically Rothwell for Aronson, and then Joseph coming on to partner Peru. We needed something different. And I've been critical of Farke, saying tactically sometimes, especially when we're down, he doesn't know what to do. He'll just go and put on all the attackers past the 80-something minute and hope for the best. That was a tactical plan tonight. So that is a big positive from Farke today. Maybe he needs to sit in the stands more often, man. Maybe he needs to sting 1998 a little bit more. One of those. Ryan, it's true. Ironic how Farke makes early subs when he has a better view of the game. Yeah, so maybe he's too close at times, Ryan. Maybe the touchline's too close, and from above, he's like, man, we do need to do something before the 70th minute. You know what I mean? We'll see, though, man. We'll see. Keep him in the stands, give him that eagle view. It is true, though. I mean, when you're at games, and listen, we can probably all give this perspective here, but when you're at games, it's different when you're there, because you're literally seeing the whole picture, not just what the TV's showing you. But it can be the same for managers who get touchline bans. Sometimes they see things from above where it probably wouldn't look as bad from the touchline, but when you look above, it's like, that doesn't look right. And fair play to him, it worked for him today. Yeah, Max saying Peru top scorer now. Is top scorer here? Yeah, joint top scorer. There you are with Borja Sands, I think his actual name is. But yeah, I think it was obvious. I think we spoke about this before with Joel Peru. Give him opportunities, he'll score. Look, he had a quiet night tonight overall. He did. It was a quiet one for Joel, but if you give him opportunities to shoot and give him a cultured finish, he'll take it. He'll take it, man. So, yeah, I think, again, I stick to Peru. He'll get over 20 this season quite easily as well. But, yeah, Marcus here saying, I'm not going to sleep now. Oh, man. AJ here saying our passing and movement at times in close pressured moments was really good to see, and our fullback playing high and overlap runs a progression this season. Absolutely. The way we're playing, it's far better this season in terms of just general fluidity. Last season, I said it last season, people thought I was talking rubbish, but even Farke himself said in the summer we relied too much on Jorginho Rutter and Crescencio Somerville. It was so obvious. Like a large portion of our attacks went down the left. Like it wasn't an accident what I saw. It's been way more balanced. If it's not Solomon doing his thing on the left, it's Dan James who gives you just a completely different attacking outlet down the right. I'm honestly, people, I'm just jubilated. Honestly, I feel it feels big. It feels absolutely huge. I'm not pausing it either. It feels huge tonight. It feels like that was a statement win after yet another statement win last week, and it feels like we're halfway there. It does for me. So yeah. Whew, love it. Yeah, and that's another thing as well. Goals this season spread across the team. Beautiful to see. We've needed that. It was too much on Somerville last year. That's why I didn't like the disrespect he was getting. And even at the start of the season when Ramazan and he started well, people saying he's better than Somerville. It just you can't say that, man. Somerville was literally saving our backs, when we was looking for goals so many times. But this season it has been good. Tanaka, yet again, sorry, a central midfielder, Tanaka getting yet another one to his tally this season. Our defenders scoring, fullback scoring this season. Our striker getting in the mix as well this season in Peru. It's just been brilliant to see. Brilliant to see, honestly. Cade, Cade's gonna buy a shirt with Champions 25 on the back. Tremendous. Yeah, Flying Fishy is saying remaining schedule is favorable. Guys, the schedule was always favorable. And listen, people hate when I say this kind of stuff because they think it's that arrogant Leeds thing. The league is crap, okay? The league is absolute garbage. So for me, we are a better team. We've shown it in so many games. The quality we possess is just better. And even with Ampadu going out, I saw people talking about, we didn't recruit properly. We're packed in central midfield. We're absolutely packed in central midfield. So even if Ampadu's missing for 2-3 weeks, we should be able to cover that. We should. And even like with Jaden Bogle, when he eventually gets a yellow card and he misses 2 games, Byram or Isaac Schmidt are going to be more than capable of filling in. You miss a lot with Jaden because he has been brilliant for us this season, but you've got more than capable standings to fill in that gap for 2 games. Absolutely in this division. This division's garbage. And we've played 2 of the best teams here. Okay, we've already got that. We've got the Burnley games out the way. We've got Sunderland out the way. We've got Sheffield United out the way. It's favorable fixtures from now on. Honest. Let's have a look here. Oh, Darren here saying the difference was the bench. Sorry, Sheffield United subs were poor quality. Gotta say though, when the game wasn't going in our favor and they made the change for Tom Cannon to come on, I thought, okay, he's been garbage since he signed for Sheffield United. The way we was kind of open, I thought this is why Chris Wilder's probably brought him on to open his account, get his confidence going. But yeah, he's crap. He's absolutely crap. That's why. Look, it's all documented. I talk on videos. I can't backtrack on what I've said. It's on video. I've got no editor. It's all me, Oos. All right, day one. It's all me. I said when Tom Cannon was signing, people were saying, oh, they've spent 10 million on Tom Cannon. And I said, so what? Tom Cannon is just another run-of-the-mill striker. And I think people let the price tag affect them and think, oh, he must be really good. He's Tom Cannon, mate. It's as simple as that. If you're offering me Tom Cannon or Joel Peru, there's no competition. And that's where I was. People in January were buying to catch up to us in our quality. They may have more numbers, but they don't have the quality we have. And the proof's in the pudding, people. Look at the league table. Yeah, Tom Davis coming on, just a mashed potato footballer. I mean, they're just nothing players, honestly. Kelvin saying here, Harmer is good, but he looked to step off the pace because he's not fully fit. He's not fully fit, and I think if it was any other circumstances, maybe he wouldn't have come on. Because let's be real, if he's fully fit or even 75%, Chris Wilder's starting him in this game because he wanted to win this game tonight. And Gus Harmer is a difference maker, but it's quite clear that he's not fully over whatever injury he had at Middlesbrough. Hyru in the house here saying Tom Cannon is a classic case of why upon promotion I don't want Leeds looking at championship strikers. With Leeds United we can do better. And yeah, Hyru, we'll speak about that, of course, when we come to those kind of streams, which will be a lot of fun. All right, there will be a lot of fun. But yeah, you don't want to be tied up, and that was my whole point about Cameron Archer. Why? Just why? Why would you want an obligation to buy for Cameron Archer, who's not going to be anywhere near the level? Guys, not to bring anyone down, but just look at the 3 teams that got promoted last season in the Prem. We've got to avoid that next season. We've got to. So you've got to buy better. It's not about spending a load of money. You've got to spend money, but you've got to spend smartly. And I'm sorry, having an obligation for Cameron Archer, that's not smart. In fact, that sets the tone of possibly how your season's going to go. And this club is too big, generates too much money, and it's got a lot of, arms in terms of, a lot of armory in terms of 49ers, Red Bull, and everything else in between. The name of Leeds United, which is a draw within itself, to be looking at these kind of players. We can do way better. We could do way better. Ali, I can feel it coming in the air tonight. I can feel it, man. Honestly, I feel like it's done. Feel like it's done. Hyru also put in a super chat as well. Thank you, Hyru, man. Ramazani and Nanto need to be involved more. We're going to need them down a stretch. That shot Nanto had was beautiful. It's lovely. Great save by Cooper. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. FB White saying here, get the open top bus ready. Oh, man. Oh, man. Marcus here. Are you worried about DC? DC now amps is out. What Marcus? I don't know what DC is. Honestly, I don't know what it is. I'm going to stop trying to guess. I don't know what it is. But no, listen, Ampadu, we want him in the team, obviously, because he just makes us better. And I think the first 60 minutes kind of says that we rarely lose control like that when Ampadu's in there, whether he's at centre back or defensive midfield. But hopefully it's nothing too bad. Nothing too bad. He travelled, like people say, he ran down the pitch, but we need to see what the long-term damage is, if there is any. If there is any. But look, defender central. Okay, centre back, central defender, centre half. I got you, Marcus. No, not worried, because for me, Strout come back anyway, Marcus. The only other thing, obviously, is Verba being out, but that's why I said that's the only thing in the window that I was kind of disappointed with, realistically, what we could have done, and that's getting a defender, because our defenders are very, injury prone. It seems we have to manage them nicely, but yeah, look, we'll see what happens. Debayo come back in on the bench today with Ampadu being out, but hopefully it's nothing to worry about. Look, there's been no indication that we're going to get a run of injuries so far. Of course, anything can happen. But as long as we stay in good shape or decent enough shape, we should be okay, people. We should be okay. Benny here, Nick Pope when we go up. No, Benny. Listen, Nick Pope, and there's been no bigger supporter of Sir Nick Pope than me, but he's coming to the end now. And see, Benny, this is the difference between me and everyone else. I can like a player, but then I can also see when injuries and just natural things are slowing them down a bit. So no Nick Pope, but there are other goalkeepers out there in a good, nice age range that would absolutely get up, implore Leeds United to go and get, because that is going to be the one thing we need to improve next season. One of many, but if we don't have a solid goalkeeper, we may as well not bother, mate. We may as well not bother. What we're saying here, Michael saying plus 50 goal difference. Yeah, we're in a different league, mate. We're in a different league. I mean, it's like 5 points, but it's basically 6, isn't it? It's basically 6. Chris here saying, I hope Burnley don't go up so we can get Trafford. Well, I've just spoke about Nick Pope, Chris. I think Trafford is actually going to go Newcastle. Got no intel on that, Chris, but I feel like James Trafford to Newcastle, it just makes sense. We've already seen, if you're talking international, I don't care about international football, but you don't have to be at a top club to be England's number one. And I think you'll give Jordan Pickford decent competition at Newcastle, who are, a good team. So yeah, I think Trafford is going to probably go Newcastle. That's what I would say. Yeah, going to bed happy. I'm absolutely, yeah. I think I'm going to try. I think I'm going to be awake anyway. I'm going to stay up and watch Raw tonight, even though they've been kind of in the run up to Elimination Chamber. But yeah. No, I wouldn't. He's a good goalkeeper though, Michael Cooper. And listen, he could be a good shout. But no, I've got solidified goalkeepers that Leeds United can go for. But again, we'll speak about those in promotion videos. I think that's it, people. People saying, look at what Chris Wilder's saying. We can do that in a stream tomorrow, people. We can get Farker's comments, Wilder's comments. We'll do that all tomorrow, people. Honestly, we'll do that all tomorrow. Guys, Philip, go give the missus a cuddle. She won't want. She'll see this smile and get absolutely furious with me. So I'm gonna leave it now. I'm gonna leave it for this one. Yeah. Guys, that's it for the stream. I honestly, I could stay on for another 2 hours. Honestly, I'm in absolute dreamland. This is brilliant, people. I will be back tomorrow with another stream. So lock in to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you know when I'm going live or uploading. Like this video if you haven't already. Really is the best way to help out the channel. Oh, let me get the results of my poll. Let's have a look. Let's end this poll. And the question was, are we going up? 70% said yes. Yes as champs, 27%. And there's no with 2%. So there you go, people. There's the poll results. Guys, thank you, guys. You've been brilliant tonight. Leeds United, on the whole, in the main, have been brilliant. 3-1 win at Sheffield United. We're clear, people. One step in the Prem. Have a good evening. Peace.